From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, November the 23rd, 2016. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the Jerusalem Post's annual diplomatic conference in Jerusalem today, where he restated his willingness to meet and hold talks with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. Netanyahu said Israel is ready for peace. Israel is not the obstacle for peace. Israel wants to move ahead with peace. He also said that Israel's position in the world was changing because of the international community's need for Israeli technology, as well as for its expertise in the field of fighting terrorism. Egypt's new ambassador to Israel, Hazem Kairat, also addressed the conference today. Kairat stressed the urgency of a two-state solution between Israel and the Palestinians. He said a viable two-state solution is the only way this conflict can be brought to an end, and it is still available and possible. The ambassador also commented on the peace treaty Israel signed with Egypt in 1979. Kairat said Egypt is committed to peace with Israel, adding that in retrospect, 4 decades ago, very few people would have imagined the resilience of the Israeli-Egyptian peace and of the ability to overcome many difficulties. Israel has been battling severe wildfires over the last few days in several parts of the country. And today, Prime Minister Netanyahu requested assistance from several neighboring countries in fighting the fires, some of which he said may have been deliberately set. The fires have forced evacuations of several areas and destroyed many homes. The Times of Israel reports that today Netanyahu asked Cyprus, Greece, Croatia, Italy, and Russia for help in battling the flames. And according to Israel's Channel 2, those countries are heeding the call and sending firefighting planes and equipment to Israel. UNESCO has bestowed an award on Moscow's main Jewish museum. The UN body, which has faced great criticism over the last few months for its passage of several anti-Israel resolutions, last week awarded the Jewish Museum and Tolerance Center the Madanjit Singh Prize for the distribution of the ideals of peace and nonviolence. The award ceremony was held at UNESCO headquarters in Paris, where the museum was acknowledged for its research and educational programs promoting dialogue between religions. The prize was presented by UNESCO Director General Irina Bokova to the museum's General Director Alexander Baroda, who also serves as president of the Federation of Jewish Communities in Russia. Baroda said the prize is a great testament to the fact that we are moving in the right direction. He said a modern society would be the best result of our work with the key principles of tolerance and mutual respect. A poem that was handwritten by Anne Frank was sold today at an auction in the Netherlands for $147,700 to an unnamed online bidder. The 8-line poem was sent by the diarist to one of her girlfriends, Christiane van Marsen, in 1942, shortly before the Frank family went into hiding from the Nazis. They were found some 2 years later and deported to concentration camps in August of 1944, ultimately sent to Auschwitz, and then Anne and her sister Margot were transported to Bergen-Belsen, where they both died, it is thought, just weeks before that camp was liberated in 1945. A model of Jerusalem will soon be on its way to join a permanent attraction for display in New York City. Gulliver's Gate is a mini-world display. It will include sites from Jerusalem's Old City, like the Temple Mount and the Tower of David, as well as the Knesset and the Machane Yehuda Market. The model will be shipped to New York in 3 weeks, where it will be rebuilt and ready for display when the interactive World of Miniatures opens in Times Square next spring. An Israeli supermarket chain has opened its first branch in the U.S. Osher Ad, known here as Bingo, opened the doors this week of its first branch in Brooklyn, New York. The kosher Israeli chain is said to be Israel's first grocery store to enter the American market. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, November the 23rd, at 7 o'clock, art and culture is discussed at the Israeli Presidential Conference. At 8, NYU's Rabbi Yehuda Sarna is joined by Orthodox Jewish students of the Macaulay Honors College at Baruch to discuss interfaith initiatives on the new JBS series Millennial Perspectives. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Ambassador Arthur Cole, former Deputy Director General of Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who discusses the U.S.-Israeli relationship, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Israel's settlement policy, and the prospects for a two-state solution. That's on tonight's L'chaim. At 10, the program George Washington's Letter to the Jews of Rhode Island, affirming the principle of religious tolerance, which was taped at Congregation Sharith Israel in New York City. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, November the 23rd. I will be back with the news update after the Thanksgiving holiday weekend on Monday, November the 28th. Wishing you a very happy Thanksgiving. I'm Teisha Bader.